Hey folks, Todd here. Today we're going to install the Havoc HS2 on a 2023 Ford Super Duty. The only tool I'll need to use for this installation is a 13mm ratcheting wrench. Okay, now we are starting off on the passenger side. So just behind the passenger side front tire, if you come along the rocker panel, you're gonna notice we've got 3 studs from the factory here, and then kind of close to it, we've got 3 more studs from the factory here. Then further back along the cab towards the rear, we've got another set of studs back here. Now you'll notice these 2 are closer together, this one's further apart. So whenever you get to grabbing the bar, you know that the front, the 2 brackets are closer together and the rear is further apart. They are size specific, and so that's a quick way to tell which side you have. Now, I also want to point out that sometimes these studs will be coated with paint from the factory. If there's a lot of paint on those studs, what you want to do is get a nice aggressive wire brush and remove as much of that paint as possible, because we don't want the threads to clog up the nut as it's going in place. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab the bar, and we're going to pull the whole thing up and set it in place onto the studs. Okay, here is our passenger side step. All we're going to do is just kind of lift it up. We're going to notice we've got some holes in each one of the brackets. We're going to line up those holes with the factory studs and then slide it in place. There we go. Now, as I'm holding it in place, I'm going to go ahead and get my hardware started on the center bracket. So we've got a flat washer and then a serrated flange nut. We're just going to put that hands tight right now. And also keep in mind we can slide it back and forth just a little bit, so we're going to get it nice and centered. Let me go ahead and put on the rest of the hardware. Get it hand tight first. All right, now that we've got everything connected, we're going to hold it tight up against the rocker panel, and we're going to go ahead and tighten it down with a 13mm. I'm using a ratcheting wrench. You could also use a socket and ratchet. Now, don't over tighten this hardware. We just get it nice and snug. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and repeat the same process for the opposite side. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.